Hi and welcome to Friday's live trading. It's currently nearly 10 o'clock on Friday. We've not done anything so far. I was looking at this euro dollar. I really at one stage wanted to get long on it, and it's gone really flat, and with just patience game. Checked out the options, and well, we've got a lot of options sitting around there. There's about 2 billion sitting that are expiring later today. 2 billion sitting there at 17.50. There's around about 1.2 billion down here, and the price may just get pegged between this. We'll see. But and another 1.7 up at 1800. So lots of options expiries later on, and of course we've got non-farm payrolls. It's late in the morning. I'm going to leave this. It's now, as I say, looking at. Let me just put that key reversal-ish candle in there, not quite covering the body itself, but the range of that candle certainly bigger. It may just roll back at the moment, but I'm going to look to pause this and try and trade the non-farms. We'll see how things shape up later on. Okay, the time is 12:59, or nearly 1 o'clock. We're 30 minutes away from the non-farm payrolls. Just been discussing the potential plan for the trade this afternoon, if we get a trade, that is. Just some things to bear in mind of late, and how I'm going to be giving it some time to let the numbers come out first, and then looking at those numbers to see what they're going to give us. So firstly, I will look at the numbers, let the technicals start their plan, and then what we've seen over the last 3 months, same sort of thing on each occasion. The market has gone the opposite way to the numbers to start with. That's not to say it would necessarily do it today, but it's gone the euro on I think at least 2 or 3 other times. It's certainly gone. The euro's benefited. It was a very sharp move, but then a quick retrace on one of those 3. But the euro's benefited initially, even on good US numbers there, in terms of good compared to expectation, that is. And then sometime later we've seen the move with the numbers. Now, bearing that in mind, and also the very iffy nature of these numbers and everything else that's going on, the plan for this particular trade later on will be to let the numbers come out, look at the numbers, and then look at the technicals and wait and see. And I'm just really waiting for a bit of a move. If the numbers are good, I'm going to be looking for the euro on the downside. Basically, if the numbers are bad, I'm generally going to be trading in the euro on the upside. But I'm just going to let the first bit of action happen, whatever happens, and see what we get. So that's the plan. It's a patience game, basically. I'm not waiting to be. I'm not going to be trying to trap things here or push things beyond or try anything too clever. Just quite simple. Wait for the technicals to show me the way. So that's the plan for this afternoon. It's as simple as that, really. Probably, if trading, I'm just looking at some of the previous months that we've just gone over them in the room here, and it's probably going to be 10 or 15 minutes after the news. So I'm not going to be trying to trade in that period where we get the real high volatility and liquidity goes a bit weird, or can go a bit weird, big sort of bad fills or whatever else. I'm just going to let the market settle itself down. So there's the little trading plan, looking at numbers, watching the technicals. Let the technicals then, if they're going with the numbers direction, I'm going to be on that case. If they're going against it, I'll just sit on my hands until, or if they change to go with the numbers, that's good. I'll jump aboard. A couple of things to consider here this afternoon. I mentioned it earlier, I think, on the video here, and I'll mention it again. At 17.50, there's 2 billion worth of options expiring at 3 o'clock this afternoon. We've got 1.2 billion down here at 117 and 1.7 billion up here. So there's quite some options sitting around there, which could come into play a little bit. We could see their initial actions occur, and then traders try and force it back to somewhere near the middle here, methinks. But let's see. So won't be too greedy with targets. We'll be trading probably on half size position. May, if it starts moving really well, look to add, but chances are I'll just trade with a half size position on this post news. Hopefully we'll get sufficient price action in there anyway. So there's the plan. I should put you on pause. So we're 3 minutes before the news, and just summarising what we're looking at here. Number wise, we're expecting average earnings to be at 0.5. The key number here would be new jobs, which is expected to come in at 900,000. The unemployment rate is expected to come in at 8.2%. To me at the moment, this is still the key driver of things, so we'll be watching what happened or happens on this number here. I would give it time to settle the market, let the market move, show its hand a little bit first. As I've just been saying in our trading room here, we've seen good data coming out, yet the euro is still pushing up first on a couple of occasions. It did pop down once, but it's been pushing up quite a bit, so we'll just sit there patiently, wait for those numbers. So just sitting waiting now. Okay, sitting there all this time for the news. The news has just come out, 661 versus 900, and unless my market's just gone absolutely wrong, there's absolutely no movement in this market at all. I'm just checking with my actual broker there. It's stalled here at the moment. I was starting to make a bit of a move. This is disappointing news. I just need to see the rest of the numbers personally first. Just let the market just react to this a little bit. Okay, so unemployment has dropped back down to, dropped to 7.9. So 7.9 versus the 8.2. That figure's come in better. So this was worse, better, and I just want to see earnings really. So I'm reliably told the earnings is coming at 0.1 versus 0.5 as well, 0.5. So this is two downward numbers, and this one I would argue is the more important one at the moment, where the focus is. Yes, they want to earn money, but this is not moving. I've not seen the non-farm payrolls move so little. This is a 5-minute chart. I've never seen it move so badly. So average earnings 1.1 versus 0.5. Numbers in terms of the new job, 661 versus 900-ish, 900k figure. So sorry, I should put the K's here. But I've not seen it. That's fizzled out, hasn't it? It's just like that expensive firework you've bought and you've gone and lit it and someone's dampened the fuse. Expecting big things here, but nothing really happening. I say big things, expecting something. So, pausing the recording. So we're 7 minutes into the news, and the first bar, well, opposite to the way you would expect this market to move. I'm watching to see if we get any sort of reversal signs on this euro. The news was pretty dollar weak, effectively. But nothing happening, so just pausing and waiting. When we look at markets like this and it's doing or not doing anything here, the question is money, will money run to the US dollar? And that may be the question. The reasoning of the safety trade may be coming on here, and as opposed to the trade I would have maybe expected, but less good numbers out there, weak numbers. I would have expected more of a move for the euro, at least initially, to go in there before it dawns over everyone this probably isn't quite so good worldwide. But slow old market, so it's sort of that double-edged sword situation here. Maybe some money running into US bonds, so the dollar's actually benefiting from this. I was just looking, but the yen, which is also seen as a safety currency, well, that's softening a little bit here. It's not really doing too much. I was looking at it on the 60-minute chart. It's not doing too much different to what it was doing on the 5-minute chart here. No real. The yen, when risk is off, we normally see the yen benefit. We saw it through the Asian session there when then comments regarding Trump's health hit the markets, but it's going to be a no trade non-farm payrolls by the looks of things. I'm struggling to find something here. Okay, so no trade come from the non-farm payrolls. It's now 4 o'clock, and I don't trade after 4. I don't trade much after 3 on a non-farm payrolls Friday, or any Friday come to mind. It's Poets Day, so on that basis, no trade today, but the market's just really been very range bound. Since I started at 8 o'clock this morning. It's just, I say 8 o'clock, we start at 7:30, but I don't trade until post 8 o'clock. But in my trading zones, nothing this morning to be had. There was nearly a long on the euro I was looking at one stage. I quite liked this. It just, the risk reward wasn't shaping up, and I stood aside of that, and then waited for non-farm payrolls. Well, we had about a 20 pip move, and not even that, 17 pips, maybe 20 odd overall on the euro dollar here, and it's since then it's sort of bounced back, and it's sitting in this range, so nothing to be done. So that happens. No trade is better. Cash is a position, as we always say, and no trade is better than a losing day. So we wish you all a great weekend, and I'll be back soon. Bye for now.